I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to Woodward Ringside live on WoodsportsSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spinbo Rax, Chris, Nicholas, Koloff, Jeffrey in the building. We need a nickname for Jeff or no?
Jennifer.
Heffany.
You call him Jeffrey. I call him Heffany.
You can't be Team Eazy. We can't allow that.
I like Peasy. Or what was Teasy?
Teasy.
Team Eazy.
I don't hate that, actually.
I thought that was pretty good.
Chris, back up so we get Jeff's input on that possible nickname.
We'll be choosing a different nickname than that. That's for sure.
Whoa!
You can't choose your own. You don't get to choose your own nickname. That's not how nicknames work.
Man.
Did he hear Teasy?
Wait. Which one did you hear?
One of our first interns.
Did you hear Teasy or did you hear Heffany?
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Okay.
All that. You want to be all that?
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
All that.
It's gonna be no for you. All that. You can be all that.
All that. That's what it is. Just like that.
All that.
All in those jeans.
All that. I kind of like it.
I like it too.
I don't mind it. Chat, let us know. Also, do me a quick favor, smash the like button and let me know what color will Caleb Williams' nails be come Sunday.
That's a good question. Poop brown.
What were they Monday?
I don't know, but I know he's got the same nail tech as Angel Reese.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine like losing that game. Like that was an embarrassing game to lose. And the other thing too is like everyone's like, Caleb Williams off script, lost it.
He did.
The shit we was doing was really on script.
But still, he was much better during the script. When you look at the fourth quarter and what he was trying to do, he was bad, dude.
He was bad. I guess somebody, I think it was Ryan. Who's the guy that Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Okay.
I guess he broke down the one play where he missed DJ Moore for a would-be touchdown.
Yeah.
And I guess that's on DJ Moore a bit too.
No. I've heard that too. I've seen that. That ball was 10 yards over his head. It was not on DJ Moore.
I'm going to go with a former NFL quarterback that, where do you go? Harvard. Smart fella.
Yeah, well, former for a
fart
reason.
smeller. Is he fart smeller or a smart fella?
Hey, Meg, you sure are a fart smeller.
Yeah, I don't know, but just losing that game in that fashion, it's just so embarrassing. And then the next day, one of the news stories is your quarterback has the same nail tech as Angel Reese, who's also very easily hated.
And bangable.
Really?
The crazy part about it is, like, imagine if you're trying to get your nails done and you can't because Caleb Williams booked your spot.
That is true.
Yeah, you booked your girl
You booked your girl a nail appointment? Yeah.
She can't.
Sorry, Caleb Williams is getting a penis on his middle finger.
Like, to be honest, like, for real, though. Like,
I'm not gay no more.
Jared McCain. Perfect example.
I like women.
You could maybe argue that he's doing, like, Jared McCain arguably does worse
Crazy
things.
drop, dude.
That is a crazy drop.
I love
My
it.
favorite, by
It's
far.
so good. That
But
fucking video is so fun.
Jared McCain has 30-point games. Like, Jared McCain, when he was healthy, he was balling.
He was balling. I wanted the
The
Pistons
thing
to
with
draft him.
Caleb, bro, like, you aren't balling.
No.
I guess for me, like, it's like, I don't know. If I were in the locker room, that's an easy thing to fucking, like, what do you, like.
Jared McCain would have won Rookie of the Year if he stayed healthy.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking in the playbook. You're getting your fucking nails done.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, for real.
Yeah.
I just and that Monday night game, I know we talked about it a little bit Tuesday too, but like you just saw the mental fortitude it takes to play the quarterback position. I believe Jared Goff has it.
Yeah. He
got
does.
it.
For sure.
He's got it. Yeah.
He's been playing the quarterback position for a long time.
Versus like JJ. In that game, he had every reason to melt.
It was the edge.
He fucking
rose to the occasion.
Rocked up. Yeah.
Caleb Williams sinks in the occasion.
And you were up, brother.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for you to melt.
No.
It's I don't know, man. Tremendously talented. I will never deny that.
Xavier
But it's
D,
more than that, obviously, at that position.
This is Kingdom Hearts, not Cowboy Bebop. I do have a Cowboy Bebop shirt that I work out in, though.
What was the one I was asking about earlier, the live action?
Yu Yu Hakusho. That is an OG. It's classic.
I saw a short, and I was like, I gotta watch that.
It's a very good show.
It looks sick.
Very good show.
It was a.
The live action. Don't watch
the live action one.
Don't watch the live action
one, dude.
No.
I'm doing it.
Don't.
Lock it.
You're
in.
gonna be disappointed.
After football tonight.
New season of One Piece live action comes out pretty soon.
Yeah, it does. Green Bay Packers got some injuries.
Yes, they do.
They can slide one. Might help us. The defense is really good, though.
The Chicago Bears have some injuries, you mean?
The Packers. I'm talking about just for the race to the NFC North.
Oh.
The Packers are going to be missing. I was going to make a really distasteful joke. But they're going to be missing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Zach Tom.
Okay.
And I believe another offensive lineman. I think one of the guards might be Williams.
Ooh, so you're saying Van Ginkel might get a little ginkly out there?
No.
Who are they playing?
Van Ginkel plays for the Vikings. They're playing the Commanders.
Oh, I thought they were playing the Vikings.
Bobby Wagner.
They're playing tonight. Packers play tonight. Okay,
Packers,
there we go.
Commanders.
Lock in, Spenny.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah.
It's early season.
Yeah. I forgot it was Thursday. Shout out to Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. He says, Caleb maybe read some plays while getting your nails done. Maybe bounce some ideas off your manicurist.
I mean,
that's
seriously.
not the right word, is it?
I don't know. Nail tech, I think.
Nail tech?
Right?
Manicurist.
Manicurist.
Nailist.
Manicurist.
Nailer. Jalen Naylor.
I have a question though, and like obviously we made fun of Caleb, and let's talk about Jared Goff real quick. Did you guys see the clip? Chris, you might have it if you want to dig there and grab it from the other day.
Speaking of penis.
Speaking of penis.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you have it?
I'm grabbing it right now. I know exactly where it is.
Damn it to be safe.
It's busting with the boys, right?
No.
Oh, Sunday conversation.
But it does stem from them that like initially.
Yeah.
Like because they did the one with Vrabel.
Yep.
And Vrabel said he'd cut the whole thing off.
Yes. Yeah, Vrabel said he would cut off his penis to win a Super Bowl. Or it was his ball. Was it his balls or his penis?
I think it was his weenie.
That's what he said.
Jared Goff, here's what he had to say.
If you could guarantee a Super Bowl win, but had to cut off an inch of your wiener for each one, how many Super Bowls would you have?
I don't know if I would agree to that, you know.
0 Super Bowls?
I would rather not win it that way.
Another hypothetical.
Funny balls?
If you could cut off an inch of your wiener
Funny balls, dude.
and win a Super Bowl every time,
Yeah.
What would Gleeball say?
would you be able to have more Super Bowls than Kurt Warner?
How many does he have?
One?
Got it. Yeah.
Two ways I'm viewing this thing. One,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
a little bit. Not really, but a little bit. Two, if he's not willing to cut off it, because if you gotta have an inch to spare to cut one off.
It's true.
So did you get
There's
Christian
no way
Harper without the hog?
There's no way
hammer on
Jared
him?
Goff doesn't have a hog.
He's gotta have a
He's
hammer.
got to have a hog, dude.
Gotta
He's-
have a hammer.
He's so chill. He walks around. He's very calm, dude. He's not like boisterous or anything like that. Doesn't have a
Yeah.
Napoleon. He's 6'5", like
6'7".
he's big dude. He's California. He's got a hammer on him, so he can spare it.
Let me hit that.
I love your
This just
assessment.
tells me that Jared Goff doesn't want to win a Super Bowl. Breaking news: Jared Goff doesn't want to win a Super Bowl badly
enough grit.
enough. We need your dick, Jared. You got to put that on the table if it comes to winning a Super Bowl. I mean, it was a joke. That's
How many Super Bowls could you afford to give up, Spinny? You don't
couple,
got answers.
couple at least.
I could
I'll go for three.
least-
I think
at
I'll
least
go.
two.
I think at least two.
at least two.
At least two. I was saying three maybe, but at least two.
Would you? Because it's not we play for. If I play for the team, I would.
If I would,
As
yeah.
a fan, would you?
As a fan, I would.
Two?
One at least.
At least one. Yeah,
At least one.
Yeah, one.
For sure one.
One's like on everybody's on the board.
Yeah,
for
for
I don't
sure.
care if you got a small one either. You're giving
Chris-
up one. If
Chris,
you're
like,
in
I'm in the
Detroit.
negative, bro.
Hey, I might be with Jared Goff. Is there another way we could do this?
For sure one. Probably two.
If I was on that team, no, I'm not gonna say that.
For sure. 6. 7.5 Super Bowls. 8, dude. You're gonna have to scoop inside of me.
We'd have 7.5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, for sure one. He ain't
could do
serious.
it.
I
I'm
know
good
he's
with
not,
it.
and I wasn't being serious either. I know Jared Goff wants to win a Super Bowl. It was a joke. Shout out Caleb Williams, dude. That shit is awesome.
Absolutely awesome. I do have good news for you guys. If you're disappointed in the Jared Goff news, Taylor Decker. They talked to Johnny Morton today. He expects Taylor Decker to play. That's phenomenal news because you need him. I thought about it, and I didn't allow myself to think about this all week. I kind of just assumed we're going to beat the Bears. But like, if in this scenario, where I couldn't handle a loss to Ben Johnson. I really couldn't. I don't know if this team.
No,
this team can
don't
handle
like
one.
that.
They got the mental fortitude.
Yes.
Me though, I couldn't.
The team could.
I
Handle
would crash out.
The team could. The team could handle
could
it for sure. Lions fans and me myself could not. No.
The team
they're going to beat the Bears.
The team could handle it, but they would also handle going 0 for 3 and out of Baltimore and then not handling the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like they could handle it, but it would be handling not a postseason appearance.
Yeah. If it went down that road, are we willing to accept
this is a rebuilding year?
Yeah.
I would say that they failed miserably.
Yeah.
Do you think
for sure
that
I would say more so with the higher too?
You could get an inch of your dick removed to win the Super Bowl.
What's going on?
And then go get it enlarged. And then just do it again.
With the Super Bowl winning bet?
Bet on or
with the devil himself?
I'm sure the team would pay for it.
Do
it at Henry Ford. They do this,
I guess it's not like a
and then you can just keep doing it like an infinite Super Bowl glitch.
It's not like a thing where yeah, I mean, they're cool. When you do that in hand, I think they only put like a rod in you or some shit like that.
No, wait, really?
I think that's how they do it.
I thought they just stretch.
I don't think you add on like custom size. Yeah,
just put it on a fucking little crank wheel.
Because I think you gotta pump it up and shit. I could be way wrong.
I'm
pretty sure that's how it goes.
It's just a dick. No, dick pump's a different thing.
No, not dick pump. But you gotta once you get the fake one.
Like a fucking...
they can't just add
like a basketball? You gotta...
Fucking, yeah, dude.
No way.
Swear.
I don't think that's
I can't
true.
swear. I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure I read that. Because I looked up how the whole sex change thing works. Like, how do you...
All right, let's...
how you gifted...
super chat in there.
Gifted addicted.
Whoa! Burn with a couple of dollars. He says, we're beating the Ravens. We're going 2-1. I like the confidence, Burn.
I like that.
I don't know if you
never know. You never
say
know.
that we're beating the Ravens. I like that he said we're going 2-1.
Ooh.
I heard or I saw like
we're 0-1 already.
What is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
it's a Beamer.
If in what world, if we lose to the Bears, do you have the confidence to go into Baltimore?
Whew.
That's why I like that Burn said 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be that faction of fans for sure. It's a good thing. There's going to be more motivated.
They're so hungry for a win right now.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop them.
You can get me one game,
Neil
and I'll buy that. Neil would spend that for sure. Neil would for sure. Well, you're not going more money than ever.
Now, Neil did say today if they go into, he'd rethink things. But they're not going to.
No.
Let's stop doing that. I don't want to do that this show. We're talking about how the Lions are going to beat the Bears. Gun Guy, take your pants off. Shout out.
Dude, how annoying their fucking fans are, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. We're beating the Bears.
Tony Snow, ask ChatGPT and play it on the mic. Super Chat, I'll do it.
Super Chat will do it.
Why is Eazy looking that shit up?
Probably the pump thing.
Oh, how to get your dick?
I want to know.
Bigger dick.
The sex change thing?
What was that guy's name?
I was genuinely like, how do you how's that go down?
Do you remember that guy's name?
There's some crazy stuff going on. Huh?
At the combine, that was like, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Like,
I don't remember my dick.
Bigger dick.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That shit's so funny.
That was awesome. And he got drafted because he's completely honest. Coaches want honest guys, you know? All right.
I know we won't talk about it real quick. Tigers going for 3 straight in New York. That's pretty sick.
This
honestly.
is the first time
Trump's going to be there 9/11. Obviously, all political things aside. Let's go. Easy. Football season. Football, let's go.
It's the first time since like 1906 that the Tigers have beat the Yankees by double digits in back-to-back games.
Is that a disrespect to America if we go into New York and whoop their ass again?
No,
I mean,
everybody hates the Yankees.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're the evil empire.
We're American
But
heroes.
New York is where that's where that happened.
Doesn't matter. Make a better team.
First time in New York
Aaron Boone's a
history,
joke.
2 teams have gone in there and beat them by
Aaron Boone is a
10
joke.
in the first 2 games of a series.
Yeah, ever.
In the history of the Yankees.
Yankees suck. I hope the Yankees don't suck bad enough to get out of the wild card race because I really want to see them in the first round.
Preach.
Me too.
Parker Meadows is back.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see them.
Yeah, because weren't they
in the
our
first
second
round.
series or third series?
First.
To start the year?
No, they would have been
Dodgers, and then it was
Oh yeah.
yeah, we beat
I
them
thought you
too.
meant in the playoffs.
Full
Yes.
staff.
Yeah, we always beat
Like a
the
pumped
Yankees,
up
dude.
win.
2-1, I believe we went against some Freed. Might have stolen one. Gotta ask the question: is Riley Green a superstar?
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, what's up with this? We're on a roller coaster on this thing. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not.
No, he's been pretty consistent. He had a bad couple. He's had like 2 slumps throughout the year, but he's been over an 850 OPS guy for the majority of the season. So that's superstar to me.
Big con 51.
He's gonna finish with like 30, probably close to 40 bombs.
He thinks that Don's throwing the first pitch tonight.
He's in the building.
That would be cool.
I also have a buddy
How do you know?
in the building. They announced
Yeah, they
it.
announced
There's
it that he's gonna
there's
be
a
there.
bunch of extra.
Because they're in New York.
He's up there. Can he still throw fucking baseball?
He's
without
pretty
hurting
old.
something?
Probably.
He's like 70 something.
He golfs like every day, right?
Yeah, golfing is like.
I mean, you can throw a baseball. He's not gonna throw it from the mound, but
yeah,
he is like 70. What? Like 75, 76,
74 or something.
I think he's older than that.
Really?
My dad's older than that. He could throw.
But your
a baseball.
dad's in shape though.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Your dad would beat the fuck out of Donald Trump.
Probably would.
For sure would. Without a doubt. He said probably.
Yeah.
Your dad knows karate.
No, he doesn't. He's the only one who
He didn't take the class?
Only one that didn't do karate.
You ever fucking like, don't fuck around, Dad.
Oh, me and my dad have gotten into it a couple times.
Yeah, but your dad's probably.
I wouldn't do it. That was when I was a fucking stupid little kid.
Your dad's got some shit on his resume.
Yeah, my dad.
He probably take you out. If
You think these hands are soaked in ivory?
Yeah, brother, your dad can do something.
Oh, for sure. My dad was in the army, dude.
Shout out. Thank you for serving, Mr. Raxter. All right, let's go to break. Tell us about Planet Fitness.
All right.
Where you could train to beat your dad in the fight.
Yeah, like
that's how
shout out Will.
Yeah, fuck you, Dad.
Dude, that shit was so fun. Shout out Will, dude. Will's the man.
We gotta get that drop.
Let me tell you, yeah, we do. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone. Everybody, we mean everybody, can get a full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Or upgrade to the Black Card and get use of all the amenities and access to every single Planet Fitness in the world. I've been listening. Planet Fitness is really helping me change my life, and they could do the same thing for you. So go in there, Planet Fitness, join in Club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
There's no better place to catch the action than Art and Jake's Bar and Grill.
Go to one of the 6 locations in Michigan and enjoy the wall-to-wall coverage on over 80 TVs, 22 draft beers on tap, and a menu stacked with fan favorites like wings, wraps, and our signature Fairway Burgers. Don't miss weekly specials like Rib Night Mondays, Fajitas and Margarita Wednesdays, and $3.50 Detroit Lion Edition Bud Light bottles, $5 neutrals, cans every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Download Art and Jake's app and join AJ's fan club and make every game a win. Also, Massage Chair House needs some relaxation. Go hit up my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan. Go see him at the Massage Chair House at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road in beautiful Bloomfield Hills. Scan the QR code and visit massagechairhouse.com.
Massage Chair
He has the
House.
largest massage chair show over the Midwest. Why it's the largest massage chair review channel on the interwebs. Go check it out. I'm sorry, I was laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing it up. We're breaking the fourth wall. And then I promise you we're talking football.
Yes, we're going to talk football. Chris, can you move the camera this way a little bit, please? We're already breaking the fourth wall.
For the real ones, shout out to everyone who tunes in
Thank
daily.
you.
All right, some of you may remember a episode where we questioned our boy. We love you. And we question, out of love, we questioned Chris's wardrobe choices. And we were just telling him, hey, Chris, like maybe it's time to hang up that shirt.
So
today, Chris comes in with a free 2019 Pistons playoff shirt.
Yes, sir.
That shirt's fine.
One of two copies. One of two copies.
And do you want to stand up to give him the full view or no?
I can stand up. I don't think it's bad.
I think it's time to retire that one. Put your hands up. Oh, it's not bad.
No, it's fine shirt.
No, come on,
I think it's time
man.
to retire the shirt.
The collar,
look.
The collar's a little big.
I will
but-
say that.
Yeah,
got the traps popping a little bit, but
you gotta have traps to do that.
I'd hate to be the guy that messes with us.
Chris walking around like this the rest of the day. Yeah, come around.
No.
Pistons playoffs.
Since we're here,
That's not bad.
I will acknowledge. No, that like load of laundry that I did shrunk like a shit ton of clothes, and I threw that on. That
fun.
shirt, that shirt was crazy. That shirt's gone. That shirt's done.
The half shirts sometimes are pretty wild.
I love you, brother. You got hang
But
on.
no, that shirt's fine.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Leave Chris alone, the chest. I will. I love him. The collar looks weird, bro. It's real feminine.
The collar is very big.
Says Steve-O.
You got some trap showing for sure.
Yeah, just I'm sorry.
I don't think it looks terrible.
I don't think it looks that bad either.
Like it's just a regular shirt. Like this is the one they hang on the back of the chairs of the playoff
You gotta wear
games.
a
Like,
necklace or so. Oh, you do have a necklace.
You're not looking at something like
He does have a necklace
crazy.
on.
Yeah, he's got a chain on.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. My grandfather's chain. I wear it every day.
Shout out. That's dope.
Shout out.
All right.
Check it out,
I
Rick.
don't think that one looks that bad.
Collar hanging on for its life is the Dundada. Bro, what do you mean?
Football.
Be real. Tell him to hang it up. All right.
I said the collar is a little big. I don't think it looks that bad though. It's still.
By the way, we are
shirt.
going to be joined by the Doc Macaroon at some point during the show. Speaking of guys getting grilled, you've been getting some heat from Dan Campbell.
Docs for sure.
Twice this week. And I'm surprised you survived the Kelvin Sheppard presser because the way he came out, that man was on fire. I thought AG was up there. AG was getting a little snappy with the Kelvin Sheppard's always seemed kind of cool with the press.
I haven't heard this yet.
I almost want to give it its own like just fucking runway
All right,
after a Rita commercial.
Let's go to. You want to go to break now? Then
is that cool? Is that what we're doing?
it's kind of a dick move, but I think
don't got to. We can go.
No, I think they'll appreciate. Well, we got 5 minutes left. Yeah, let's talk about something for 5 minutes. We'll go
Who's
to
under
break.
more pressure in this game? The Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell or Ben Johnson, the Chicago
The
Bears?
Detroit Lions, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
The Bears are under no pressure this year at all.
Not at
Nobody
all.
expects them to be a playoff team. Nobody,
Well,
except for their delusional fans.
exactly.
But realistically, nobody expects the Bears to be a playoff team. Nobody expects them. They got to win, I would say, over 6 games, and then it's a good year for them in their first year. There is only pressure on the Detroit Lions in this one. You need, like we talked about, you can't go 0-2 to Baltimore. You need to beat Ben Johnson. You can't go 0-2 in the division to start the year, and they're not going to. So, yeah, pressure-wise, it's the Detroit Lions, and it's 100% of the pressure, but it's not, like, intense pressure because you got a good feeling that you're probably going to win, and you should win.
So many more reasons, right? Like you said, the Bears, no realistic expectations. This is year one. You could suck. Realistically, you could suck. And they probably will to a certain extent.
Yep.
I do think Ben Johnson's still the creative offensive mind. I did watch a little bit of the Bears game again, and I was like, yo, Caleb just missed him. That guy was wide the fuck open.
Yeah.
That was great play design. But the thing with the Lions was just so, like, number one, obviously, expectations for the Detroit Lions team. To begin the season, if Ben Johnson was here, you would have been a Super Bowl contender. And I think you still are somewhat in the conversation. You just got to prove yourself back into it. Secondly, Jared Goff, the whole narrative around him, it's always been you need these coordinators, you need these perfect built offenses to like be productive with them.
Yeah.
Game one was horrendous.
Not great.
Even the PFF guys who graded Aiden Hutchinson well gave Jared Goff a 45.
Yeah.
3.3 yards per completion. It was bad.
Not a lot of explosive throw rate.
It was bad. So you can't have the first game out the gate without Ben Johnson be that. And then you come in and lose to Ben Johnson at home. Just so many reasons why more pressure for the Detroit Lions. Are you with me, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be crazy to say the Bears. And to go along with the Detroit Lions, can we say the pressure's also on Sheila Ford Hamp?
No.
Rod
What?
Wood? The amount that
Why?
they have raised the season tickets and the product on the field?
Ticket guy.
Let's be honest. I mean, they're not
Sure.
expecting some massive step back, and to be charging the rates that they're charging has been insanity. And it's a Super Bowl or bust type scenario, what they're charging right now. It's a top 5, I believe, in all of football, and it's crazy to me that they have been doing victory laps. We hit on it a little bit yesterday. In the media, the GM, Brad Holmes, I think I know how to run a football team or whatever it is. They better come out on fire. If they even look bad and they get a win, I'm still not going to be thrilled. Like, I want them to dominate the Chicago Bears. And if they barely squeeze by the Bears, are you guys going to be feeling like way more confident? I know a win's a win. It's hard to in the NFL, but I want to see them dominate belt to ass.
Yeah, and I can't wait to. I never said this in my life, but I can't wait to go to break and come back into that video because, like, I felt it today.
Are you feeling
it's going to be
Mr.
some
Krabs?
BTA. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, SpongeBob.
It has to be. It has to be. You're a team with real expectations.
See,
the Bears are a nice story.
I don't know if it has to be. I don't know if we need this. You need to win.
Yeah.
This is the National Football League. This is a division game.
So you're okay with a close win?
Yeah. You need to win the game. I don't care how you win it. I don't care what it looks like.
So
You got to win the football game. It is still a division game. It is still the Chicago Bears. It's not gonna be some blowout. But you got to go out there. You got to win. You got to make the right plays. It has to look good. Like I think by looking good, it just means not making stupid plays and not making missed assignments and stuff like that. I don't think it means going out there and putting up 50 points on the Bears. That's probably not going to happen. You're going to be played closely. It's a division game. The Bears always play us closely. They've got a good defense.
It kind of ties to another conversation we may be having at some point in the show. I'll say it now. I feel like between the two, with Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson, I feel like Ben Johnson has more familiarity with what we got going on than Dan has with them. Because Ben knows this roster, knows what works, what doesn't work. He's been against the defense in training camp. It was competitive against the defense in training camp. He knows it's Kelvin Sheppard. That's something I learned today, too. Kelvin Sheppard, Ben Johnson used to tutor Kelvin Sheppard a little bit.
Yeah.
He'd have him come and sit down and explain to him the way he looks at an offense, the way he understands an offense. Not knowing he's going to be a Chicago Bear, I'm sure when he did that. But it just, I think Ben may have the upper hand there, but we have the upper hand in terms of, like, we talked about with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams doesn't have the mentality to go out there and win the football game. Every single person on this Detroit Lions team has been hand-selected with that mentality. Like, they won't pick. You could be a Hall of Fame caliber player.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Carter, they're not going to take you.
No.
Unless you got that mentality. I think we got the upper hand for now. I think maybe next year, maybe that little roster turnover, more winning-focused minds, we in the locker room, maybe could be afraid of the Bears, but not right now.
No.
At least not me.
All right, let's go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to
Real quick, because he paid me, didn't read it.
Oh,
Burn
shit.
with $5 super chat. He says, sorry, but I want the Tigers to visit Trump after winning the World Series. That speech would be funny as hell. They call him the gritty Tigs.
They call them the gritty Tigs. This team, they're so gritty. They go out there, they sacrifice. They're from Detroit. I love Detroit. I love the Blacks in Detroit. Big fan of the Blacks. This Tigers team is so gritty. All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk.
Easy. How can Ben know what's going on? We don't even know what's going on.
That is a good point. Ben doesn't know Johnny Morton.
That's fair.
No,
he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does know Johnny Morton.
Nah, he's an offensive coordinator.
I don't think Johnny Morton knows Johnny Morton.
I don't know what Johnny Morton knows either. But we're going to go to break. We're going to hear what Kelvin Sheppard, your defensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, knows this team needs to do better in week 2. But first, tell us about Feldman.
And you guys know where to get the best whip. It is Feldman. Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Highland, New Hudson, Novi, Livonia, and Lansing. This month's specials include a 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew lease for $189 a month. You can also get a 2026 Equinox LT lease for $219 a month. This offer ends quick, so get there soon.
About the fantasy jerks.
Jerky.
Every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Make sure you jerk it with the fantasy jerks. Anson, Brandon Kaz, and weekly special guests. Not Brandon Katz, Brandon Kaz. Weekly special guests like fantasy football expert Theo Grimminger. Make sure you guys check them out. Live Wednesdays at 7:30 only on Woodward Sports. If you want the best content for your lineups going into the weekend, check out the Fantasy Jerks.
This game's going to be huge.
We're jerking.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Jars Skate Jam is coming Saturday, September 7th at the Jars Madison Heights location, located at 1035 12 Mile Road in Madison Heights. Guys, we're going to be there. They're competing for cash prizes.
There's going to be hot skater chicks, too. That's
the heavyweights are going to be there. I'm excited.
Hot tattooed skater chicks?
I grew up playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, I love skateboarding. I went to that one at Big Pink. That was sweet.
I used to leave the PS2 on because I didn't have a memory card. I couldn't save my game.
I used to be able to kickflip and pop shove it, but I haven't done that in...
I'll take you down to Mount Clemens Shady Side.
15 years, dude. I'd probably break my ankle trying to do that right now.
Listen, Skate for a Stack of you guys skating right now. Format, jam-style competition judged by guest skaters. Cash prizes, cash for tricks. The best skater overall takes the top prize. Athlete registration is free and it's open to skateboarders 21 and up. Registration opens at 4 p.m. Limited spots, first come, first dropped in. It's Jar Skate Jam.
With obviously addressing week one against Green Bay. Obviously, we left Lambeau with a loss on the wrong side of the day there, but I really want to dive into the game real briefly and just put everything out there as far as how I saw it. So coming off the field, you guys know ultra competitive nature of the game. My temperament and things, I was pissed, and I'm ready to scald everybody. But then you sit back and look at it, and after the second time and after the third time, you go, there's a lot of good football on this tape. We played 47 snaps defensively, and they had 188 passing yards, 78 rushing. So if you look at an NFL game and you tell me the Green Bay Packers are going to have 188 passing yards and 78 rushing, did you play a winning brand of football? I would tell you yes, but then you have to look deeper into that. So what happened? Why did we give up 27 points? And it's a lot of things that go into that, a lot of different variables that go into that. But let's start with the pass game, 188 yards. Well, I believe it was play 18, 19 of the game. We had back-to-back plays where we allowed a 48-yard explosive pass and a 17-yard explosive touchdown pass that we went into the game saying, you got to make these guys beat us. You cannot give them things because that's when they thrive. You have to make them beat us, and we did not do that on back-to-back plays. Inexcusable, and that's been addressed. So you take, 48-17? I'm not a math major, but I believe that's 65 yards. You take that off of 180, you're looking at 120 yards passing on the day. Let's go into the run game. We held them to 3.1 rushing. That's a good day in the NFL against a back like that. It's a good day. But we should have been dominant in the run game. We should have been at 2.2. Why do I say that? Because one of those was a 15-yard explosive run that should have never happened. That's been addressed as well. So when you go in the day, it's a lot of good to take for it. So 47 plays, I just gave you 3. Where you 2.2 in the run game and 120 yards passing. That's who we are. And that's who I expect us to be, and that's who we will be. And it's non-negotiable. And all this stuff has been addressed with the people it need to be addressed with. And more importantly, the players are holding each other accountable. And in the NFL, that's why each practice, each rep you get, each opportunity you get on that grass is so critical and important because you never know which one is going to be the one. You never know. You can't leave the game playing this game of we played good defense on 40 snaps, but 7 snaps. We're not doing that this year. You're going to pull your weight. I'm going to pull my weight. The staff's going to pull their weight. And we're moving on to Chicago. And I'm looking for us to play up to the standard that we're capable of playing up to. Any questions?
Dude, that was hype, bro. Good mic drop, too. Any questions?
Any questions?
Yeah, I mean, I love that. You love to hear that. That gave me goosebumps. Kelvin Sheppard, we know why he got this job.
Yeah.
This is who he is. He's the man. He is a coach. I see Michigander in the Woodward Sports chat saying he sounded like a future head coach. And he does. And he's a Dan Campbell guy. That's why they love him. I love this attitude. I love everything he's saying. And I love the fact that he knows that they need to work harder.
Yeah.
Now go do it. That's what it is. I don't want to hear this again next week if it happens. Sorry.
KJ did Doc ask him any BS. And after that, guarantee he was scared. Listen, in that, we have tons of drops from that, by the way. It was a phenomenal press conference.
Great
if you
press
guys,
conference.
After the show, actually, you know, I got to check it out after the show. We're going to be playing the clips on the show, the best ones for sure.
Mhm.
And we're having Jeffrey grab the best ones from John Morton as well. But,
shout out, Jeff.
At certain points, beyond calling out the players, called out his coach staff too.
Yeah.
And he didn't just limit it to defensive coaches. He said all coaches. That's what I need to see back from these guys. And I feel that because I hyped them up. Spagnuolo hyped them up. Dan Campbell hyped them up. AG hyped them up. Everybody hyped them up. And he I don't know if he's known his own, stuff, but he knows he's better than that.
Yes.
He knows he's goddamn better than that. You wouldn't got the job at this young if you weren't. He's pissed off. He's embarrassed. And they should be.
They should be.
Everybody in the chat Monday, they're telling me and Nick that we're being negative. Did that sound like he's fucking saying any positive things? Does that sound like he's up there fucking praising the team? Like, great job, boys. Not at all. Because there wasn't a lot of good stuff going on. I love that he's fired up like that.
Yeah, he has to be. And like I said, you look at this is
4 days later, brother.
This is the response that everybody should have had. As you said, nobody is walking out of that game like, yeah, we did good. We played well. That is who we are. No, they all played like shit, and it was sloppy, and it was ugly, and people were missing assignments, and they weren't making the right calls, not calling out picks, not rushing the passer hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody played poorly, except for, like I said, maybe Sam Laporta and Jake Bates. Those guys went out there, and they did not play as good as they are, and they need to right that. And that isn't one person. That isn't, as much as we want to put it on Hutch, as much as we should put it on Hutch, it's not just him. Everybody has to be fucking better than that. That wasn't good enough at any level.
Nope.
And they know that. That's why I haven't been crashing out this week. That's why I haven't been freaking out, because these guys hold themselves to a higher standard than what they played against the Green Bay Packers, and we're going to see it against Chicago.
The only things I had to crash out about was the fans asking for positive fucking praise. Because there's just none of that to happen.
Nobody gets
There's
it.
none of that to go around.
Except
Nick.
for Laporta. He played well.
Branch too.
Branch played well too.
Yeah, I mean, he talks about, the 3 plays, obviously, they had. That's what the NFL is, though. Straight up, bottom line. 3 plays make or break the game. So, he talks about everybody having, solid spot. But besides that, he is calling out those guys, that led up those plays, I'm sure, to them. And like he stated, those are the plays that make or break a game. Like Jared Goff throwing that interception, that's big. Having the defensive holding, on the pick 6, that's big. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it was. So it's just little things like that completely make or break the game, and that's the craziest thing about the NFL. It's literally one boneheaded mistake, you're done.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we have the right guys in place that can hold them accountable, and we draft the right players that will learn from it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's why we draft the guys we draft, is because these bonehead mistakes aren't supposed to happen. So you need to learn from them.
And then when they do, they're the type of guys who are going to listen from that type of coaching.
Absolutely.
When you fuck up, I'm going to have to tell you fuck up. People dropping comments about Terran Arnold in there. Terran Arnold did get hurt, but guess what? Calvin Sheppard's not excusing that.
No.
He said if you're not good, get off the field.
Gotta
and
be
guess
better.
what happened? Did Terran finish that game? No, he got pulled from the field. Was he on the injury report this week? Only as a full participant in practice. They don't play around. They know what this is. I think they're all embarrassed. From Dan to Johnny Moe to Calvin Sheppard. That's why they sound so fiery these past 2 days. Dan Campbell dropped the bar too. You know what fuels me? Losing. I don't like losing games. And he meant that shit. Chris?
I mean, especially Kelvin and John Morton, because guess what? You only get one opportunity to make a first impression. And that right there, after a whole summer of, don't worry, guys, I love what we have in our coaching staff. I love what we got in-house. Their first impression is bad. And that's going to leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths for a long portion of the season. It's gonna be there lingering probably until they play the Packers again, and depending on how the results go from that game, because people are looking at the Packers as a real certified team, and they look like they punked you in your first game. And so that's going to be something that this team is not going to fix just this week, and that's why I like what Spencer says. It doesn't matter about the game being a certain score. It matters about winning or losing, because what's going to erase this from Lions fans' memory, what's going to erase this from, the narrative surrounding this team, is when you put together 6, 7, 8 weeks of good football. And that's what this team needs to do now. They had their opportunity to start it week 1. They didn't do it. So now guess what? They have to do it starting this week. This is a big game. I have no doubts that they're going to come out. I love the energy that Kelvin Sheppard had. I like what you guys said. That guy is definitely a future head coach. Just from that press conference,
Yeah.
I'm all the way bought in on that part of it. So to me, I'm confident in this team. I never really lost that much faith, but now you gotta just show it, and I think they will.
I saw a comment from one funky Lions fan, and he said that sounds like 2 third-round picks, which is a future head coach. He departs from Detroit Lions.
That is true.
So we shall see.
Maybe that's why they were confident in giving up those picks for Tesla, because they knew they were going to get him back.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, it's true. After 1 year?
Mm-hmm. Not 1 year.
We'll see. When we come back, we got some more Shep. Particularly, let's play the one Shep talking about Aiden Hudson. Let's do that one.
But first, let me tell you about Loom Cannabis. Listen, I know the summer is ending. We still got pretty nice weather for another week and a half, so make sure you enjoy it while you can. But when the fall comes around, Loom's got you covered too. The Buzzin' Drinks apple cider flavor. What else do you need? Some, apple cider. You can pour a little something in there. There you go. It is Loom Cannabis. Get yourself some Buzzins. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off your order. Loom Cannabis. And let me tell you about Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated since 1981. I was negative 16 when they opened their business. Make sure you guys check it out. SharonsHeating.com. Like I said, it's getting colder out there. You don't want your furnace to be up for debate. Make sure Sharon checks it out. Make sure she takes care of it, and you'll be comfortable all winter long. Go to SharonsHeating.com.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Barr looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
Buddy's Pizza's been around for 79 years.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even vote safely. But I'm so serious. That's how long they've been around.
That's true.
The only good thing around from them, Buddy's Pizza, still around. They invented the Detroit-style pizza. Get yourself 10% off by using promo code 10mil at buddyspizza.com. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits live on Woodsports.com. Me, Joe Much Reaction, Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Jeffrey Walk in the building. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We talked about it in the back briefly. I don't know how to go about it. I've watched some of the tape. I have my own personal opinion on it. I didn't watch all of it, which I do want to do before I give an official, the way I feel, essentially. I'm talking about Aiden Hutchinson. Because this is a guy heading to the season. You're talking about paying him $50 million. You're talking about resetting the market behind a guy like Micah Parsons, who has all pros behind his name. Hutch, we love him, and we've seen his flashes, but he hasn't got that yet. He hasn't achieved that yet.
Yeah.
And he comes out week one, after all the offseason hype. I'm part of that too. Nothing. I think 2 pressures.
No tackles, no sacks.
No tackles, no sacks.
Nothing.
And he's getting chipped. It's not a fucking excuse. And there's Kelvin Sheppard on the matter too.
Dan and Hutch yesterday. They said, when we talked to Dan and Hutch yesterday, the emphasis was on winning the one-on-ones to free up Hutch, but Hutch said he probably only got 2 or 3 one-on-ones. Is there anything you can do to free him up more, or is it just about winning those fleeting chances?
If Hutch is occupying 2 or 3 people, there's 11 other guys there's 10 other guys on the field. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and give you guys my game plan, but Hutch is the caliber player that he is, and everybody in the league knows it. Turn on San Fran tape and tell me who's one-on-one blocking Nick Bosa. Turn on Green Bay tape when you get an 8-game sample size. Who's one-on-one blocking Micah Parsons? When you're the elite of the elite, people are going to plan for you. And that's why he's the caliber player that he is. We will counter that, and Hutch will counter that. He's an ultra-aware player. He knows how to manipulate things and move himself around. We're working off a 1-game sample size, people, and 47 plays at that. That's not a huge sample size at all. There will be things that change, but I'm not going to overreact over the pressures. Like I said, 47 snaps, take away those 3 plays, and you guys tell me would y'all have liked that as Lions fans as a defensive performance. But you cannot play that game. You cannot take plays out. That's why each play is that important and that critical that we detail and do your job each and every play.
I fucking love that. No excuses. We don't care if you're getting chipped. We don't care if you're getting double teamed. I think the Green Bay Packers are doing brilliantly, by the way, too. We broke it down after the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of the same stuff, just pulling. All those guys saw in motion, they weren't running routes. They were coming to block Hutch.
They're coming to hit Hutch.
It was just insane. He's just that good. But my beef a little bit, too, somewhat with Shep, and I could be wrong. Again, I didn't finish all the way through the Hutch film, but last year one thing I noticed, like a routine element of their defense was the stunts. We talked about when we used to do them in high school.
Yep.
I didn't
shout out Quantez.
I didn't see Hutch doing that. At least from the stuff that I watched so far, and stuff that I remember, like recall.
I saw him dropping back in coverage a lot.
Saw him drop back in coverage. Hutch affirmed that's not happening again, by the way.
No.
If you're getting that triple teamed, chipped, whatever it is, like their extra attention to you, why keep you in the same spot? Don't be so easy to target in that situation. Move that guy around. You used to do it all the time last year to generate pressure, and it worked. Without Hutch, I want to see some of that again. Me personally.
There is a lot of things you can do to get Aiden Hutchinson one-on-ones. There's a lot of things you can do to put Aiden Hutchinson in the advantage to get sacks, and Kelvin Sheppard knows that. He saw it happen. When he had 7.5 sacks in 4 games, Kelvin Sheppard was a part of that. So he knows what to do to get him open with this same defensive line.
Backup tackles, though.
But when you have a team that gets up on you early and starts running the ball in the second half and not throwing as much, it's hard to get a sack when they're running the ball. Like, you kind of can't.
He only had 19 pass rush snaps.
Yeah. So, yeah, would I like to see 1 sack on 19 snaps? For sure. But for anybody, that would be tough. But I'm not giving him any excuses. That's why, dude, I almost entirely blame the loss on the offensive line, because it is just a ripple effect.
The defense came alive in the second half.
Yeah, the defense played well in the second half. And it's just a ripple effect of not being able to run the ball, not being able to get up early. That forces Jordan Love to pass more. That allows Aiden Hutchinson to pin his ears back and get after the pass rusher. But he still needs to be making plays. If it's not sacks, if they're not passing the ball, I need some TFLs. I need you blowing it up in the run game. I need you getting in there and making plays. 0 tackles is less acceptable than 0 sacks. Like,
I guess sometimes from this edge point, though.
Still, you're a game wrecker. You need to wreck the game somehow. And if you can't do it in the sacks, if you can't do it in that situation, you have to find a way to put your stamp on the game.
Oop, I just saw a stunt.
That's exactly what I was waiting for Kelvin to say when he talked about, Bosa. Like,
that's Coach Sheppard to you, Chris.
Coach Sheppard, sorry.
That's crazy.
Coach Sheppard. The thing that he said that really kind of perked my ears up is when he mentioned, other elite pass rushers. But he didn't go all the way with it and say, and they still find a way to get it done and hold Hutch accountable. Now, I know that's probably what he's saying behind closed doors, but and I'm nitpicking here. Like, if I'm nitpicking, like, it sounds like he says he fully believes in his game plan. There was just 3 plays where we didn't execute. And the thing we've been talking about is why the hell was Hutch and Davenport ever in coverage?
Yeah, you can't do that ever
and
again.
That worries me. Like, okay, like, is that part of the game plan? Like, you're still okay with that? Like, that's like a little thing I'm nitpicking here, but overall, I mean, you gotta love how
he
Kelvin
needs to be
Sheppard's
better.
and I trust it.
He needs to be better. Coach Sheppard needs to be better. Everybody knows that. That's why, like I said, you got punched in the mouth. You did. Now go out there and punch the Bears in the mouth. There's nothing anybody can say to me that will be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be fine. I know they're not as bad as they looked on Sunday, but they got to go show it. They got to go out there and take care of business. It's the only thing you can do to recover from that.
Did you peep when he said 8-game sample size of Micah Parsons? Because we didn't, for whatever reason, double team him. But I get it. He got Penny. But maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
maybe next time you might want to do that.
Or have Monty, like you said, have Monty chip him or somebody. Like somebody do something.
Like if you're going to have 2 running backs out there, yeah, have one of them chip the fucking... Yeah, dude. I mean, come on. Nick?
I mean, we talk about it all the time. You have to have a disruptive defensive line if you are going to be successful when you attack some of the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL. We talk about it. If you are going to win a Super Bowl, that's what you have to do. What do you think they're going to do in the Super Bowl? They're going to go after Aiden Hutchinson. Do we have another guy on this team? Is it Aleem McNeil, who's not back yet? Is it, dare I say, Marcus Davenport, if he can make it that far? I'm not sure, but Marcus Davenport, I'm going to be eyeing him a lot in this game when I am at the field because I want to see the push from Davenport specifically. I know he's supposed to set the edge for Aiden Hutchinson to run through, but if he's setting the edge and Aiden Hutchinson's getting double team, triple team, I don't give a shit. I'm like, go out there and get the guy. So my biggest thing moving forward with the defensive line is going to be Marcus Davenport. Because was I lied to when they said we're good?
Am I mistaken?
Am I mistaken? They said we're good for a reason. You were lied to. They have faith in this guy. Week 2, at home, everybody doubts you. Let's see what you got, Davenport, because Jordan Love had all day back there. He could have picked, apart the best secondary of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
You can't, I said it on BDE today, you can't run zone if you can't get pressure. Because the quarterback will just sit in there and wait until the receiver finds the pocket and then deliver the ball to him. And when you're only running man, that's how you get beat with pick routes across the middle like Terry and Arnold did. So everything in football strives from the trenches. Everything in football expands from the middle of the field on both sides. And so, yes, when you get slapped in the mouth on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, you're probably not going to win unless you have Jesus playing quarterback.
Well, when you're running man, too, like you need that pressure to help you out. That's a tough job to do.
Chase around
man
the dude
coverage
for
of the best athletes in the world. Yeah. It's fucking the hardest. That's why we say it's cornerbacks, probably the second hardest position to play in football, if not the hardest. And that's because the complications and the responsibility comes on the quarterback as well. But, yeah, no excuses. I think they all got their ass kicked. I think they're all upset about getting their ass kicked. We're going to talk to Johnny Moe. I'm sorry, we're going to talk to John Macaroon.
Yep.
Who spoke to Johnny Moe. And see how he felt about getting his ass kicked. I didn't really know. Shep got me fired up. What I heard from Johnny Moe, I don't know. Shout out to Jeff for cooking that one. I'm not a fan of what he had to say. But first, we do got to tell you guys about Jack's Car Wash.
Let me tell you about Jack's Car Wash. There's one right there. I'm looking at it right now. And you can get a free car wash. All you got to do is text WSN to 888-522-1729. And any of their 40-plus locations around Michigan, you can get a free car wash. Like I said, you got about a week and a half of summer left. Go get a car wash now. WSN to 888-522-1729. It's Jack's Car Wash.
No one gives away more cash cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, a hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. It's wicked awesome.
Dan had a really where do you see issues pop up in the red zone against the Packers?
And the Packers?
Yep.
Can we move on from that game? Yeah, let's move on.
Dan had a really
That was not the same.
Did not. Yeah, didn't really like that. I see why you said that now.
It did not hit. Yeah. Not hit like I thought it was gonna.
That ain't it.
I mean, he, to be fair, in a similar vein as everybody else that we've heard from in the past couple days, whether it be Penny Sewell, Dan Campbell, Kelvin Sheppard, Taylor Decker, he seems pissed off. He seems pissed off
again.
Right there. It's like, can we stop talking about that? He seems agitated.
All right, let's
I
watch
want
this.
you.
Let's
I
watch
want
this
you.
again with new eyes.
Go ahead, play it.
Dan had a really where do you see issues pop up in the red zone against the Packers?
And the Packers?
Yep.
Can we move on from that game? Yeah, let's move on.
Dan had a really
I feel more pissy than pissed off.
Yeah, it's the eye squints. That's
I feel a little more pissy than
Can
pissed
we move
off.
on from that game?
Can we move on from that game?
Let's move on.
Do we have the man who asked that question on yet?
We do not.
That was Doc's question?
That's Doc's question.
Oh, that was a fine question.
It was a fine question. It's a fair question. I don't even remember what he asked. I just listened to what Johnny Moore said.
Asking about them not performing in the red zone against the Packers, which is a fine question because they did not perform well in the red zone.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is like, okay, when you're averaging 3.3 yards per completion, that means you got to chop your way down there. You're not going to chop into the end zone at that point.
And I look at, I said it yesterday.
You're not getting the fucking end zone.
It's really hard to win in the red zone when you can't run the ball.
For sure.
You get behind the sticks in the red zone. There's not a lot of room out there. You can't do these complex route
Especially with
concepts.
this team. Like, JG's not just he's not a drop back quarterback.
The
He needs to play action.
The two most important things in the red zone are a run game and a mobile quarterback. That's what and probably a good tight end.
Mm-hmm.
You got two of them. You think you got two of them, but you can't, unless you're a mobile quarterback, you can't not have a run game in the red zone because everything's so condensed. You need to be able to account for everybody. You don't have to account for Jared Goff in the red zone unless they do a trick play and Amon-Ra St. Brown throws it to him. So his way to counter that is being so good with the play action pass. And when the play action pass isn't working, it's going to be tougher to score in the red zone.
Shout out to Do It Effortless. Actually, shout out to my guy, Ant. I got to get his last name. I don't have the JMO contract. He said, you know what, just give me a shout out instead. So I'm going to do that for him. But to Do It Effortless is one game chill. Brother, if you just now joined, I want you to rewind to Kelvin Sheppard's press conference. And that was his opener, by the way, before anybody even asked a question. Does he sound chill?
Does not sound chill.
It's not a chill moment.
That's how Kelvin Sheppard opened his press conference?
That's how he opened the press conference. 3 minutes of fucking just straight like
just dialogue.
Heat.
That's pretty cool.
Heat. And no, it's not one game chill. These guys are paid millions of dollars. These guys have expectations this season.
Yep.
These guys relying on one another as well. Like, no, you're not going to chill.
Remind me what we won the division by last year.
1 game.
So you'd say 1 game matters.
And you're already down 1. In the division.
Yeah, no, every game matters. It's the NFL. You got to win. We saw that last year.
And I don't think it's like a chill thing. We're not harping on anybody. We're just explaining what happened.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't know.
No, it's not 1 game chill. It's you need to be better.
Daddy, chill.
You need to be better. They need to be better, and they know that. Johnny Morton knows that. Johnny Morton knows he was not good. You don't think he wants to have success? Like, this is his second shot at being in front of the fucking locker.
Everyone chill. It's just 1 game.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Listen up, man. Just chill.
Shit.
It's only 1 game. It's fine. We got blown out.
We all need to relax. Everything's good.
Also, I don't know, for him to say that in this press, can we forget about the game? You can't just forget about the game. You know, can we stop talking about that? You know, I'm paraphrasing. But the thing for Johnny Morton is he is the guy after the greatest offensive coordinator of all time for the Detroit Lions. That's who you're filling, like, the shoes for. They are extremely big shoes to fill, and I know we're going to talk shit. It's game week. It's Ben Johnson. He is the greatest offensive coordinator that's ever coached for the Detroit Lions.
I agree.
Blazing. But yeah, you know.
Let's be for real. Fellas,
No, you're not
I
wrong.
mean,
You're
how's it going down in Alabama? The guy after the guy, Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah.
Trash, garbage, horrible.
What happened to
How'd it go-
Falcons after Kyle Shanahan left?
How'd it go for the Patriots after Bill Belichick, Jerod Mayo? How'd that go?
All right, well, I mean,
I'm just
He's
saying.
not wrong.
I know, but I don't like comparing Ben Johnson to Nick Saban and Bill Belichick.
He just set an example. I mean,
They
the Kyle Shanahan one's
That one's good. I like that one.
Because the Falcons, Super Bowl, right? You got Matt Ryan, MVP. I'm sure they got fans. The same way you guys talking about JG, top 5 quarterback. They're talking the same shit.
Yeah.
When Matt Ryan was winning the MVP. Kyle Shanahan left that building. What happened to Matt Ryan? He ended up on the fucking Colts.
Yep.
Pedestrian.
I'm just saying, being the guy coming in after, like, and to have a quote like that, can we stop talking about it? Like, you have to be very careful in what you say, how you say it. Like, he is going to get ripped at every single turn because we had the best offense in football last year with Ben Johnson by, like, 3 points.
And again, the jury's still out. Like, I'm not judging John Morton saying this is what he is. We fucked up. We should have kept Tanner. I'm not saying that at all. We still got to see what the full slate holds for him. But based off what we saw so far, with the standards and expectations that we have, he fucked up.
Yeah.
You have Amon-Ra, St. Brown, James. I mean, I don't have to fucking name you the names. You know who they are. They're household names because they're amazing football players. You can't fucking score more than 13 points with those guys. And yet, Penei Sewell protecting them. I don't have any excuses for you. I don't.
Listen, again, real quick. I suck dick in the Woodward Sports Chat.
Whoa.
Says Ben Johnson.
Someone clip that.
Ben Johnson is a bum. Give him a chance.
Swallowed up.
That's fair. I just wanted to read his name. I look at Johnny Morton, and again, I hate to repeat myself, and I hate to be this, this is what happened, but get over it.
But I suck.
You can't run the ball. This offense isn't going to look very well. Like, it's not. It's not going to be good offense if you can't run the ball.
Do you say he's not crashing out?
Like, come on. What are we talking about? Johnny Morton needs to be better. No, the offensive line needs to be better. Johnny Morton can't go out there and block these guys.
Johnny Morton needs to be better, too.
He does.
I'm not making no excuses for
but
Johnny
the offense would have looked a lot better if they could run the ball.
Jared Goff had the 3rd most time in the pocket last week and couldn't get shit done because the routes were taking too long to develop down the field.
He does, for sure. But the offensive line is where it is.
Yeah.
If the offensive line is better, if the offensive line looked better against the Packers, the offense would have looked better. That's not on Johnny Morton. The route concepts, those meshes, absolutely can't do that. We talked about that. Go back to the short stuff. That's fine.
Dr. Mario says how to go week 1 for Ben Johnson. 17 points. Ben Johnson went against Brian Flores, who's known as one of the best, if not the best, defensive coordinator in the National Football League right now. And, yeah, it did look better than our measly 13 points with a garbage time touchdown. It looked way better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
much better.
There's more of that. It's an excuse than Caleb Williams missing guys wide open. Sorry, Nick, Chris.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not bothered by
nervous
John
for me to
Morton's press conference start if he does that after a win against the Bears. Like, if you have that same energy in a win that you do in a loss, Okay, that's fine. That's how you are. That's not how I would approach it. I love how Kelvin Sheppard is approaching it. But when it comes to like, you can't look that way. It looks way too salty. It looks way too unaccountable. But if you come out, have an offensive show against the Bears, and you say, I want to talk about the Bears next game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay, then I'm good. I'm on board with you. I'm on board with what you're saying. But right now, how it looks to me, which who gives a fuck what I think? It matters what the locker room thinks. But
true.
How it looks to me, it looks like you're salty. It looks like you're whining about this fucking. Well, not whining about this game, but you're kind of just being a bitch about it. Like, just take the loss and be accountable.
What if the next press conference, like, to that guy with the fucked up collar on his shirt?
To that Amish fuck. Nick, how you feeling?
Regular collar.
I mean, I spit what I said.
Yeah,
I
say what you
mean,
gotta say.
sadly, I compared the transition to two of the greatest coaches of all time to play the sport, but I did that because he was the greatest offensive coordinator to coach for the Lions. I mean, it's just a fact. He was up for the top candidate for 3 seasons. We've had the best offense we've ever seen. He has massive shoes to fill here, and with a new offensive line, a lot's going to come down to him. And he put, Dan Campbell put him in place. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to Dan Campbell.
And it can come together.
J.J. McCarthy won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. How is that possible?
Michigan.
Blew the wall.
Am I tripping? I mean, he came back, but like.
Well, and who else?
He got 146 passing yards.
Yeah, who else in the NFC would have been up there?
Hampton and Genty are in the AFC.
Matthew Stafford,
who both didn't do good.
Derrick Henry's in the AFC.
Wait, Player of the Year?
Player of the Week.
Not rookie?
No, Player of the Week.
Double checked.
NFC Offensive Player of the Week. J.J. McCarthy.
You have, Michael Penix lost, but he had 298 yards, 1 touchdown. I think he had 1 on the ground as well. You had Brock Purdy, not a great game, 2 interceptions.
Not CMC?
Daniel Jones, 272 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah,
as well.
it should have been Daniel Jones. He's in the AFC.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's weird, I guess say. Matthew Stafford,
what did
1 touchdown. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe it was just a weak for the NFC.
McCaffrey had 142 total
Hurts,
yards.
that's what I'm saying. What did Jalen Hurts do?
Jordan Love, 72%, 2 touchdowns.
Could have been Jordan Love. Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat says, "Did Ben Johnson pay Nick to glaze like this?" Could have.
I mean, it's not glazing.
I hate Ben Johnson now, but I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. He
was
the top.
Just kidding.
He was the top coach to get hired for the last 3 seasons.
No, for sure. Listen,
he waited for that Bears job.
Puka, yeah, it should have been Puka. Didn't Puka have like 140 yards and a touchdown?
I don't know. We got
JSN went crazy too.
We got to pay some bills. Tell us about Mad Packs. Come back, talk about another doc, and we'll have the doc.
Burn also says in the Woodward Sports Chat. Also, Nick is 100% right. So
shout out Burn, my guy.
All right, tell us about Mad Packs. I will. Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com to find a store near you that carries the best product in the game. High-low pre-rolls, boom shakalaka, tarantula, THC, blizzard pack, infused moon rocks, or any of their top shelf strains. Go to getmadpacks.com to find out where you can find some near you. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. All of his visits powered by Michigan Sports and Spine Center and MRI of Southfield. Dr. Jeff S. Pierce, give him a call, 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back. Whatever it's live on sports.com. He's joined by Spin More Reaction Chris, Nicholas Koloff, intern Jeff in the building as well. But now we are officially joined by the Doc, Detroit Lions on SI Publisher.
Shout out.
John Macaroon. Causing all kinds of trouble in Detroit these days.
Doc raising hell.
Yeah, dude, how are you feeling?
Listen, man, thank you guys so much for having me. Looking forward to talking. Yeah, man, John Morton punted on a question. Dan Campbell got flustered by the Doc. Now, I don't know. Do I take credit for flustering Dan Campbell? Normally, he's calm, cool, collected. But when you talk about the offense and changing things, I don't really understand because I really thought, and some of the questions that I ask, some of them are direct, some of them I try to explain. I really felt like I asked him a softball that he could have easily addressed, and he just got upset, maybe based on some of the details that I shared. But look, in the end, the issue was the offense did not look the same. You brought in a new girlfriend, and she ain't as good as the old one, and the offense looked terrible. And here's the thing. John Morton comes with some expectations. He isn't some 25-year-old kid from college. This was a guy that came in to the Lions and helped build this offense. We also heard, remember, John Gruden showed up there and talked to reporters and said, this guy grinds, and he comes into the office every day at 3:30 in the morning, and he loves going into the office and learning how to pick apart opposing defenses and winning matchups. Did that look like the Lions offense dictated to Jeff Hafley's defense what was going on? It didn't go the way in which anybody wanted, and I felt like the question was asked. It's also the ultimate compliment to last year's offense. It was amazingly, stunningly effective. Fourth highest scoring offense in the history of the league. A lot of touchdowns. All the talent basically returned except for a couple new offensive linemen, and it looked nothing like what a Super Bowl offense looked. And also, too, I came into the game watching the Tanner Engstrand perform and get his offense moving for the Jets. Then afterwards, you see the Jets and the Bills. So it looked like to me the Lions had one of the worst offenses in the league. And, you know, I greatly respect Herman Moore. And I know you guys have a great relationship with him. He said exactly what I was thinking. It's go time from week one. Yeah. And you have miscommunications. So that was a bad effort. And that's not what John Morton was billed as. If you're going to come into the lab every day at 3:30, you got to dictate a little bit more and score more than 3 points in the first half.
And they're watching TikToks, for God's sake. No, but it's like you said, it's a compliment to last year, but we don't have that same offense. It's like, hey Doc, what happened to the ex? You know, she did a beautiful rack on. You know, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, what was crazy was we all felt like maybe this offense could take a step forward. Like, I know everyone says it's week one, it's week one, it's week one, it's week one. But listen, at the end of the day, this football team has been constructed to win a Super Bowl. And thankfully, Dan Campbell said, look, this is a byproduct. All the heat, all the noise, all the talk is a byproduct of the fact that there's high expectations, and the Lions fell flat against a division rival. And here's the other thing, guys. You've known about the Packers for several months. So in the end, a lot of people are saying, and it's so true, the Packers prepared to beat you, and it felt like you didn't do enough to go out there and compete at the highest level to win a football game. And like you guys said, the reasons are miscommunication on the offensive line. That's really coaching. That's attention to detail. That's focus. That's discipline. And in the end, I'm surprised a Dan Campbell squad. Look, you can lose the game, but you can't play subpar football. And so to me, I felt like it was a very fair, valid question. And it wasn't like an insult. I don't know. I really still don't know where it went left. But in the end, I just said, look, you had a very great offense in 2024. I know you lost Frank Ragnow, but I felt like more pieces would have been the same going into 2025. And it would have been feasible to just copy and paste what you had last year. He could have just said, no, man, it's not feasible. It's a whole different vibe. We're trying to do something new. And also, too, remember, I was told by John Morton they weren't going to change a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah,
so
he did say that.
They all said that.
In the end, we just got to all get together and figure out a way to get Frank Ragnow back. Frank, come back. Help this offense.
Yeah.
Frank, come back for the final 6 games and help out your boy Graham Glasgow, because if they can't run in the interior, it's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap.
Still the only guy on the beat willing to take the heat.
That's true.
John Doc Macaroon.
Now, I'll ask you guys respectfully. Did you think it was a fair question? I think it's come right down
I
the
think
board.
you could have
Some
I
think it's
think you
fair,
could have phrased it differently.
But
I
see,
do think it's a fair question.
Yeah, because here's what I was saying. I wanted to at least give an example of what was changed. Jared Goff went on the radio and said, we're not changing the scheme, we're changing the communication. Why change anything? Like, in my humble opinion, copy and paste. Listen, Dan Campbell has said it before. Teams know each other's tendencies. Every team knows everything about everything. So just go out there and execute with the best football players that I believe are out there in the world with your offense. I think they overcomplicated it, and they made it so that the players were all confused. They couldn't handle it. Miscommunication. You got 2 offensive linemen blocking ghosts. And I just felt like, man, that did not look like anything resembling what Ben Johnson and John Morton put together.
I agree.
How concerned are you about that offensive line stuff? Because I did see a lot of those plays where they talked about the miscommunications and missing their keys and where they're going. And obviously you have a new interior offensive line this year, and you've got a rookie starting there at an important position that they like to run off of that right side a lot. I feel like those are very fixable and very easily fixable, but what's your level of concern with that kind of miscommunication?
No, look, being at home will greatly impact everything. Being at home, the crowd will be quiet. They'll have listen, it can't be as worse as it was against the Packers. I feel like their definite point of emphasis this week is to run the football. 2.1 yards is really unheard of when you have Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I feel like me, you, and Spenny could trip over our feet and land and get 3 yards in any reasonable offensive line. So that is unbelievably wild to see those numbers. At Jahmyr Gibbs, 10 catches for 31 yards, no yards after the catch. That really also points to the Packers. They might be truly elite. I'm curious to see how they respond and play the Commanders tonight. But, man, I just wish that the Lions would have looked a lot better, would have looked more crisp. Maybe it goes to the notion that maybe with this team, they should have played more in the preseason, get the cohesion out so they could hit the ground running. When you look at that schedule, you don't get a month to build up. You don't get that. You could find yourself 0-3 if you don't play very well. But this offensive line has talent, and I do think that with such an eye-openingly bad performance, they're going to tighten up the ship, and I expect Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery to have a lot of impact this week.
I agree.
Yeah, they better. I mean, you've been in the building. Do you feel the I guess the tension? I mean, everybody seems pissed off.
Seems pretty pissed.
Johnny Mo's the one that seemed that he seemed more pissy than pissed off, but everybody else seems like they're fucking like ready to rip someone's head off.
Yeah, and when you're a Super Bowl caliber team, not only are local media going to question you, not only are guys like you going to pick apart every single detail, it's a big time operation now with the Lions. You got every national show looking at you and examining winners and losers every single week. And many people are looking at the Lions. Now, look, it is, of course, an overreaction, but that's the beautiful standard of being a Super Bowl caliber team. I would much rather have this level than to be irrelevant any day of the week. And yeah, look, to me, and guys, look, I never want to come across that way, but I feel like that's kind of what journalism is supposed to be, is that if I walk in the room and they're all smiling and dabbing me up, I'm not doing my job. I'm supposed to ask, and I'm always of the opinion, hey, if you won the game 17-14, how come you didn't win it 24-14? So I'm more direct. If the team wins, you ask why and learn. And if the team loses, you go, wait a minute, what happened here? There's some expectation. So they always look pissed to me, because when I walk in the room, they're scared of what I'm going to say. What is this guy going to ask? What is he trying to accomplish? And again, I feel like at some level, I ask questions that a lot of people are curious about, and I'm not shying away from direct questions. And like I said, if the team loses, there's going to be some direct questions to be asked about John Morton. The national media is already talking about it, that if they lose week 2, there's going to be some discussions about, wait a minute, does Dan Campbell got to take the reins? That's just the way it is. You don't get a leeway here. John Morton is not, like I said, a young coach learning. He's spent decades in the league. You got to get this thing going. You got to get your team ready to go. So I hope they play. I hope they match the intensity of what we saw from Kelvin Sheppard today. Oh my goodness.
And yeah, Kelvin Sheppard's monologue was amazing
That was
before his
awesome.
speech started. But before we get to that, about John Morton, obviously, he brushed down your question today, which I thought was a very valid question because the offense definitely struggled in the red zone against the Green Bay Packers. What do you think played the biggest factor in that? I believe it was the lack of a run game, but that's kind of an easy answer. What do you see as the biggest problem with them in the red zone?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Listen, John Morton is not going to send me any Christmas cards. You know why? Because before the season started, I said, I want to flirt with Tanner Engstrand. Like, I want to hit up Tanner and be like, wait a minute, that dude looks like he's legit. And I got flack, which was funny because I put that out there. I put a column up and said, man, did we really let maybe another offensive genius leave? Because I saw a preseason game where everything looked fluid. The offense was moving good. It looked like a modern offense. And then you saw what they were able to do with Justin Fields, a mobile quarterback. Garrett Wilson looked good. So I've already started the narrative of like, wait a minute, what about Tanner? What happened to Tanner? I think you maybe and still to this day, John Morton may be a great offensive coordinator, but I feel like Tanner also could have been, maybe a smoother transition and maybe would have been more similar to Ben Johnson. But yeah, John Morton. And look, guys, John Morton got fired. And when you read the reason why, it was because he was a pass-happy offensive coordinator, never got balance, and it scares you. And I'm going to put out no panic, but he was never able to establish a run game with the Jets. Now, this is a whole different talent, but you got an offensive line that's young. He struggled with the Jets to build up a run game. So if you start to see Jahmyr Gibbs fall flat on his face, listen, unfortunately, this is the NFL. It's a production business. And if John Morton doesn't produce, there's going to be some questions asked by more than just me. Maybe not by a lot of people in the room, but a lot of people will talk about John Morton. He's got to, listen, unfortunately for him, he's got massive shoes to fill.
Yeah.
He's coming in for Ben Johnson, who established in a couple years one of the all-time great offenses in the history of the league.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I guess I wonder, like, what, at the end of the day, I almost feel like Dan gifted AG Tanner. As like, hey, my buddy, like, this will help you get your foot off on the right. I mean, I don't why not keep him? He was running the offensive meetings.
Ben Johnson didn't want him either.
No. Tanner Engstrand he was interviewed by the Lions, and John Morton was also contacted by Ben Johnson. So I do think that a big factor with why Tanner left was there was a great opportunity to call plays and get out there with the Jets. So I don't think that we don't know if the Lions ever offered the job, but there was definitely a lot of reporting that the Lions targeted John Morton right away and wanted him because he was going to be coveted by Ben Johnson. And so I feel like
maybe more money too. It's New York.
Yeah, Dan Campbell has a real close relationship with John Morton. But in the end, if you want somebody, you can find a way to keep him around. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the Lions locked in on John Morton for a lot of reasons, most notably the relationship with Jared Goff. And I do think that the experience that he brings to the table. And he's a grinder, man. He's a local guy, and he puts in the work. But listen, it's got to be a modern offense. You got to spread it out. And listen, I don't care if they play too high safety. Figure it out. Figure out a way to get more explosives. He said, and again, he overhyped himself. He said, I'm going to not change anything, but hey, maybe I want some more explosives. So you can't come away with just one in an entire football game. You just can't have. And look, credit to the Packers, but I felt like the Lions didn't punch back enough offensively. And in the red zone, they just too many mistakes. Goff with an interception. You had where was Tesla? You didn't have another big option that you could have had maybe if you wanted to play him 9 plays instead of 3. I thought it lacked innovation in the red zone as well. So it was just an all-around offensive performance that, look, we all saw what it looked like when it's good. And that just didn't live up to the standard. And I do think this week the crowd at Ford Field will get the team hyped. And I do think that the Lions are going to execute and put up a lot of offensive numbers.
Doc, you and all these people back if you apologize for inadvertently chasing Zadarius Smith out of town. I'm just saying.
Listen, guys, that's a great narrative. Listen, the Lions felt they're good. And in the end, those are 2 key words. And in the end, Zadarius Smith, like we all know, was going to chase the biggest amount of dollars. And the biggest amount of dollars seems to be from the Eagles. Do you really want to pay Zadarius Smith up to $10 million for his services? Maybe.
If he's getting the sacks, I would.
If it's a reasonable expectation based on what the Lions defensive line brings to the table, but Brad Holmes trusts his guys, and he's not really a fan of older. Listen, Alex Anzalone, I think, is underpaid, and that's where Brad Holmes, he holds ground and says, I'm not going to pay older guys a number more. And that's kind of what Steve Yzerman does. That's what a lot of general managers in towns are doing, is that they have a number, and if a player wants somewhere, earns more dollars somewhere else, then that's the case. But you guys didn't know, like I said, my goal on the Detroit Lions on SI YouTube channel was to get into the entourage of Cash Doll. I've made that happen. Next time you guys start seeing some IG photos and some reels, I'm going to be wearing a leather chap vest too and getting out there in some of these BET awards. Me, Cash Doll, and Zadarius are going to hang out. We're going to party, and we're going to get out there on the boats and make some content.
Gotta get some Cartiers on.
Let me hit that.
Man, they can't be good with what they've got, right? That's
not good.
It's not good. It didn't look good.
And listen, guys, I want to say this. If Kelvin Sheppard didn't come the way he did today, I was going to ask him. But dude, he came with so much energy. My brain said, if I ask this question, he might come down off that podium and say that again to my face.
I told you guys. Yeah, for sure.
See? So the way he came at it, I was like, oh, okay. What I was going to ask him was, what I was going to legit ask him was, and you guys can maybe answer it, was, listen, Dan has said we got to win one-on-one battles, but you've been saying that for 3 years. What's the key in your mind for your defense to win one-on-one battles? I've never really seen it all that much. You guys don't do sacks in any way where anybody can say consistently you do it. But I held my reserve. I said, okay, I'm not going to do this 2 days in a row.
I think you made the right decision.
Kelvin would came up to me and
made
like,
the right one.
You want to teach me how to play? You want to be the defensive coordinator now? I'll get these guys to sack the quarterback and shut your mouth. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to ask the basic linebacker question. And he came strong with that one too. He's like, I told the linebackers they got to step it up, and it's been addressed. So I was like, all right, because I do think that question's got to be asked, man. This defensive line is not going to get pressure from the interior. Marcus Davenport told reporters that he wasn't bringing it exactly every play. He's still trying to trust the process of making sure he stays healthy. So that was terrible. Now opponents know to chip, but luckily they said it. They said, we don't care if Aiden gets chipped. Aiden's got to go out there and produce.
Yeah.
So if you want that $50 million bag, you got to get out there and get sacks. I don't care how many people are blocking you.
Facts.
Doc, luckily you can answer the question because you are not Kelvin Sheppard that came in as hot as he did. So, I mean, Davenport, is it the rookie Williams? If you have to choose one other guy to step up on this defensive line, who is it going to be in the Doc's eyes to do so?
Yeah, there's only one other reasonable defensive end, and that's Al-Quadin Muhammad. He's a role player, but it's unfortunate. Wingo's going to get some opportunities down the road. He was surprised inactive. The pressure. Listen, I don't know, guys. I just think that it's going to be more pressures than total sacks. It's just got to be Aiden and Marcus, and you got to figure it out. And also, too, you saw, which was crazy to watch on film, and if you just want to watch beautiful offensive line play, Kelvin tried to bring blitzes from Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes. He tried every which way, but the linebackers couldn't get through because the Packers' offensive line, their footwork was A+. They were, whenever Alex Anzalone was stunting to get into the gap, there was a guy there shedding off of one block and getting to another. It was masterful. It was like a silhouette of offensive line play. They tried every which way to get into the gap, and it was closed. It was unbelievable. And so if that's what you're going to face, that level of attention and detail, not everybody can do and execute what the Packers did, but you got to get it from the linebackers, maybe the defensive backs, but you got to try to find any which way to bring more pressure. But no, it's not to the standard. And man, I don't know who's going to be the one to step up and ask about getting more sacks if it doesn't happen this week, because Caleb's mobile. It's tough. Yeah. It's going to be tough to get sacks.
He won a lot of them on Monday. It was impressive.
Going to be tough.
It's going to be impressive.
Tough.
A guy that is going to try to avoid giving up sacks is Graham Glasgow, and he had a tough game in the playoffs against the Commanders. He goes into week 1 against the Packers, another tough game. Where is your confidence level that Graham Glasgow can be a starting caliber center on a team that ultimately wins a Super Bowl?
Yeah, let's say it again. Frank Ragnow, come back. Please, any which way, please come back, Frank Ragnow. If you're hearing this, we value you, Frank.
What if you can't?
Your friend. Listen, I know you're retired. You're hanging with your family. Your friend Graham is hanging on by a thread, brother. But here's the problem. Pass protection was legit. Run blocking was horrible. So that's kind of what we've been seeing. If you read my Detroit Lions on SI practice reports all throughout training camp, as I was there every day, I had a couple days where I said, man, the Lions' interior rushing was terrible. It was not good. The defensive line kept winning, and you saw the same thing. It's just, man, Graham Glasgow's got work to do, and my confidence level is low at the moment. So, but that's why you want to run through the tackles and maybe some pitches and some other options there. But running through the interior was not good. And so that's why I'm thinking they got to get real creative, maybe use the pass to set up the run. But, man, the Lions got to figure out what's going on at center. It could be where Graham Glasgow gets booted out real quickly for Tate Ratledge. You never know. But if it stays the same, that's going to be a big problem. You got to establish the run. That's the foundation of this offense. And he struggled last year with injury. He's older. Look, he's an okay veteran center, but I don't know if he's a center of a Super Bowl team. It didn't look like that week one.
We saw last year it worked so well establishing the run, having David Montgomery out there on the first drive and really using that kind of brute force to go forward. Jahmyr Gibbs started the first drive for them last week, and I understand that. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs is the superstar. Jahmyr Gibbs, it should be the RB1, but I feel like establishing that physical presence with David Montgomery was so important for them last year. Do you think they'll go back to that against the Bears?
I still think that Jahmyr Gibbs gives you the chance of a home run threat every time he touches the football. You set it up. You can do whatever you want. I mean, literally, they're both starting caliber running backs. I do think David Montgomery, if you can wear down a team's defensive line, can be somebody that can be the closer in the game. But you want Jahmyr Gibbs to give you the opportunity out of the backfield. He gives you more options. I feel like his speed and burst is also more of an advantage. But you're absolutely right. If they got to tinker with something, listen, if you got to be creative, put them both on the same time. Play them together. Give opposing defenses a little bit more of some questions as to what you're going to do offensively. New wrinkles. So you're absolutely right. David Montgomery cannot be the forgotten man of this offense. I cannot believe that those two guys combined with 22 rushes were less than 50 yards. That's just unheard of. And it's really credit to the Packers defense. They came ready, and that's why everybody was clamoring for a splash move. The Packers made a declarative move. We're here. We're ready to go. And they look like the class of the NFC. And imagine if they add, oh, my goodness, they got Micah, Rashawn Gary. What happened to all the slappies that told me, from what I was told, that the Packers couldn't stop the run? And look what happened. They actually said they said they heard Spenny talking his shit and saying that they couldn't stop the run. And they said Spencer from the heavyweights said that we can't do shit here running against the run, and look what happened.
Yeah, I didn't expect Graham Glasgow and Tate Ratledge to be blocking different people on different plays. I think that's where it's like the offensive line. That was awful. There is no reason, like you said, having those two guys combined for that many rushes with that yard. It's inexcusable stuff.
Yeah, very inexcusable stuff. Doc, who makes the biggest jump this week? Who has the biggest turnaround Sunday in your opinion?
Yeah, look, you gave him the big contract. I want to see J-Mo. And look, I'm not being selfish. He's on my fantasy team, a couple of them. I got a lot of respect for him. We talked to him today. You see the video on our Twitter page at Detroit Podcast. Look, man, he's so mature. He talked about his love for the city. He just is matured right before everybody's eyes. I think that this is a player that's worthy of the $60+ million guarantee. I feel like he's going to be here the entire 5 years now. And, man, it's just a great pleasure to see. I can't wait to see Isaac Tesla out there. The offense can't be worse. But I don't know. The big question mark is going to be, will it ever grow to be as exotic and amazing as Ben Johnson's offense? Maybe it doesn't need to be. At some point, if you can add a veteran offensive lineman, another impact wide receiver or tight end that can block, then you can move forward. I don't feel like this is the final version of the roster. You're going to have to add to catch up with the Bills and the Ravens. You're not in that class. You're a top 7-8 team right now. If you execute at the highest level, and other teams are a little bit better than you, a little bit hungrier than you, and we'll get after it. But the Lions are close. They're not that far away to being able to produce and to execute at a very high level. But the schedule is really tough. I mean, you have a chance for the Bears. You're going to go out to the Ravens. I don't think there's a soul on earth, maybe besides Stick, that's going to say the Lions are going to beat the Ravens. So, Stick will say it and then be like, I told you so. I told you so.
Jared Goff's better than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I told you so, guys. I'd be like, I told you guys first. Be like, yeah, okay, you're the one voice in a million taking a stab. Tell him, make sure he predicts that the Lions beat the Ravens. It'll be great when he trolls the trails of. I love it. I love the poking of the bear of the Packers fans. It's a great bit, but oh my goodness, that stunk to lose to the Packers to start the year.
Yeah.
You had all offseason to game plan for that one team, and if that's what you do, then I'm sorry, John Moore, you got to get to the lab at 2:30. Me and you will get to the lab at 2:30, and we'll start game planning for the Bears and the Ravens, and we'll figure out that, hey, I need to throw the ball to Jamison Williams and turn on the afterjets, and I don't care. Burn past the 2 high safeties. Let's go.
Yeah. And, Doc, before we let you go, we appreciate you sharing your time with us. Why don't you tell the people where they can get your articles, where they can find everything you got going on? Obviously, it's the season's here, so you're going to be pumping out content every day. So let the people know where they can get more Doc Macaroon.
Absolutely. The Hub is on X at Detroit Podcast. You can reach me directly. You can complain. You can say, I don't know ball. That's fine. That actually is a bigger compliment, because how the heck did a guy have a 15-year career and 7 years with on SI if I don't know ball or know how to cover an NFL team? That's the Hub. The site is si.com/NFL/Lions, or if you hit the Google machine, it's Detroit Lions on SI. And now I'm dabbling into what you guys are doing, getting out there live on YouTube. It's just Detroit Lions on SI. Been lucky to be working for 7 years. Blessed to be on this show, talking football, talking junk, and having a good time. And listen, I always want to say, I am not trying to provoke or get my name out there by asking questions. I simply, and you guys can see it, I will ask on X, what do you guys want to know about? And if there's a sense that you guys want to know something, I will quickly ask. That's all I can ask of my job, is to be a conduit between what you guys want and Dan Campbell. And always know one thing about the Doc. I ain't scared. Dan Campbell will look man-to-man, and I'll say, your offense didn't look like the prime rib that I loved last year, so make it look like that. I ain't scared. Never, never, ever will be. Never, ever will be. And fair. I always believe if there's a new person out there, and my philosophy is always going to be, if you walk into the media room and the PR staff loves you, you're doing the job wrong. Very wrong.
That's fair.
It's actually great advice.
That's great advice. Doc, I've seen you on YouTube, man. You stay off our territory, dog. You want to come see.
5 to 7 spot.
Trying. Listen, I try to do most of them after you guys get off, but sometimes I have a schedule too.
You're the man, Doc. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know I support you, brother.
My man Nick, I got to ask you, off the record here, stay away from that Ben dude. I hear he's kind of vicious with the peoples over there at the Tigers. Stay away from that Ben dude. I hear, allegedly, reportedly, stay away from some of those operations over there at the Tigers, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we know the gender here, Doc. No, I mean, obviously, we never want to joke about a situation like that. But, yeah, on the record, are the Tigers going to the World Series, Doc? They're in a heater in New York right now.
Yeah, look, always, most importantly, HR is the most important. And from what I'm hearing, they clean up all the messes that they got going on. But my goodness, man, that was some expose that they had going on. So
yeah,
we're not joking around. We're just saying, hey, make sure you stay on the right side of what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Dude, they're lucky it's football season. I'll say
they're
that
very
much.
lucky it's football season.
They're very lucky it's football season when that got dropped.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Doc, are they going to the World Series or not?
No, heck no. ALCS, they'll get there. They have a nice offense. Dude, that pitching, it's not good enough. The pitching is not good enough, and it's World Series. Listen, I love spanking on the Yankees. That's amazing. But I do think that they can get back to the ALCS, and maybe they can get there. But I don't know. I just feel like they, against good teams, you've seen the record kind of fall off.
Who represents AL this year, in your opinion?
Man, it's a good question, right? Is it the Yankees? Is it another team? Man,
Seattle?
I'm not so certain. Seattle. Man, a lot of teams made some good moves, man. But I think for the Tigers, I think the key is going to be if Meadows and Riley Green and Spencer, if they can pick it up offensively, they can carry that team over the pitching. But man, I mean, it's just really hard when you pay a guy like Alex Cobb $15 million. You could have used that for a bat or another reliever. I feel like you could have did more at the deadline, more than the projects that they had. I'm hoping.
Now they got a bunch of legal fees that they gotta pay for, so we're not going to get any good players in here. Doc, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
And keep bringing the heat. Keep asking what the people want to hear.
Yeah, Doc.
Thank you.
Ask the good questions. You're good.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Doc. Doc's the man, dude.
Doc is the man. Appreciate his time.
Love Doc Macaroon. Very busy man. Heat of the season. Always down to share time with us. It means a lot.
Absolutely. But does it mean more than winning that extra bread on Caesar Sportsbook? When you go over there right now, you guys can win up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet loses. Go to Caesar Sportsbook, use promo code Woodward1000, scan the QR code, or visit CaesarSportsbook.com. Get $1,000 back as a bonus bet if your first bet loses. Go see a gambling hotline if you have gambling issues.
And no better way to pair gambling with something nice, ice cold to drink.
There you go.
You guys know what it is. It's Sun Cruiser. They paired with Woodward Sports Network this football season. It's Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Real vodka, real iced tea. No bubbles, just the clean, crisp sip that won't fill you up on game day. Only 100 calories and 4.5% alcohol. Perfect for tailgates, couch gates, wherever you're watching Detroit football. So this season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. Please drink responsibly.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Black Rock Bar and Grill is a premier place to go ahead and get a good food and enjoy a great time. Black Rock Bar and Grill is a sizzle above the rest, and if you don't like it, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You cook your own food. You get it exactly how you want it. The heavyweights, we love food, but we really, really loved Black Rock Bar and Grill when we were out there. So make sure you are tapping in, and they are constantly updating their menu. Heartland, Novi, Canton, Ann Arbor, Utica, Davison, Portage. Those are all of their locations. Black Rock Bar and Grill. Mention Woodward Sports and get 20% off your total food bill. Exclusions do apply. Ready, set, sizzle.
And let me tell you about Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. They got deals for everybody. You can see new deals of the month on the screen right there. Make sure you call the number if you want that car. It's that simple. LesStanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever It's Live, WoodwardSports.com. Use my spin more racks. Chris, Nicholas Koloff. We got Jeffrey in the building. Jeffrey. Smash like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We still got lots of Detroit Lions content for you. But if you want to get your voice heard, 200 likes. We're asking. I ask for no super chats. I ask for no money.
Nope.
I'm asking for no nudes.
Nope.
No food.
Nope.
200 likes. A free ass like. Can we do it? Call in. Let's hear you guys, your opinion of the Detroit Lions versus Chicago Bears. Spinny, I got another video with Kelvin Sheppard. I don't want your show to steal it. I don't want the morning show to steal it. I don't want Braylon to steal it. Should we play it now?
Yes.
Or do you want to save it for tomorrow? Let's play, Chris. Kelvin
Let's
Sheppard.
save it for tomorrow. I'm not gonna. I don't do that.
It's
We're doing nickel package.
It's too good. Oh, you are doing nickel package.
Yeah.
Chad, what do you want?
Can we do a triple package? Top three?
Top three what?
I don't know.
Yo, where's you? You're supposed to be in a hot dog suit right now, son.
That is true.
Okay, we got to do a
talk about a
recount.
lack
There's
of
no
accountability.
recount. I counted. It's you.
I think you're gaslighting me. We got to do a
Go
recount.
count. If you don't agree with it, then go count it yourself.
You got the spreadsheet too.
I do not have the spreadsheet.
I knew this.
Right when we thought he was buying in with the show.
All right, I'm going to print out a picture of the schedule. I think that's going to be the best way to go about it.
I don't even know what that. What do
The
you mean by that?
entire NFL schedule.
of the games that we're gonna do. So we're gonna have to know. We're gonna. Have to
I'll just write it down.
I wrote it on the back of an ad or like one of our ad reads because we didn't have prep.
I did it. I went back and I watched it, and then I texted, okay, this is the score, depending on what happens.
Yeah.
I'll be in it tomorrow.
Sure you will.
Shout out. Friday, pick 'em in a hot dog suit.
Mailbag. Dean see a little early on that one. If we 200 likes, won't be mailbag, it'll be calling. But he says, thoughts on Adam Silver's comments about broke NBA fans. Basically, you guys don't know.
Yeah,
he was
that
asked
was
about
crazy.
like why there's so many different fucking platforms we have to buy and purchase to consume the NBA product. What the fuck's going on? And he's like, look, the NBA is a highlight sport. If you can watch it through the highlights. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
It's not wrong, but that's crazy.
Everybody tells me that they don't watch the NBA. So why are people so mad that they have to pay to watch it? If you don't watch it, then you don't got to pay.
Well, that's why they won't watch it probably, though.
I mean, they already weren't, apparently.
But maybe not. Maybe the excuse is, I mean, the whole situation went down here in Detroit specifically. We got fucked.
We did get fucked.
The
We
Fox
got like,
Detroit
what,
Sports
13
shit.
YouTube that shit?
viewers. Yeah, like just on and off the cable, airways. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it should be free anyway, man. That's what makes people like. That's why I fell in love with sports. It being free.
Not a chance. This
Free
is
and
ever going to
available.
be free
One of the
ever
reasons.
again.
Yeah, I know. You're probably
We're getting more and more. Very soon, we're going to have to pay for every single NFL game.
Is it killing? Kind of is.
Yeah.
Are we?
Because
Are we
even
losing
hold on.
recipes? Are
We're
we
losing
Are we gonna
recipes.
lose like potential athletes? You know what I'm saying, like,
It's the fandom
corporate
is going to
greed?
decrease. Yeah, it's capitalism. It's corporate greed. Eat the rich. Like it sucks that you have to pay for 8 different subscriptions to watch the Pistons whole season.
Yeah.
It shouldn't
It's fucked
be like
up.
that. Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm sure it's going to be like the Paramount game with the Lions. So I had a friend from out of town, like he lives in LA. He's a Lions fan, and he couldn't watch it even though he has Paramount. So what's the point of
Why?
putting it on Paramount? Because it was still like national, like it was
blacked
still
out.
locally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still blacked out. So
If you gotta
not
let the
only am I
broadcast
paying
still
for
be-
a
That's
streaming
fucking
service,
disgusting. That's
but
crazy.
on top of that, yeah, if they're going to start implementing that, then we have some really real problems with how sports are going to be presented to us, because that's not fair. If I'm going above and beyond, if I'm stepping outside of my normal cable package to get the content, there should be get rid of these blackouts and restrictions, because if they're going to start doing that for Paramount, Peacock games, like, what are we doing here? What's the point of putting it on there? I thought the whole point was for it to be that is a national television spot.
Yeah. Chris, you heard it here first. Chris wants to get rid of the blacks outs.
No blacking out.
NFL never go to pay-per-view. The pay-per-view model is dead. WWE, boxing, UFC. That's right. This weekend you
That's-
have Crawford versus Canelo. For the
That's
free
because
on
it's
Netflix.
WWE,
Even on Netflix,
boxing, and UFC. If the NFL went to pay-per-view, people would pay to watch the NFL.
Absolutely.
To be honest, it kind of is pay-per-view.
You got games on Netflix. You got games on Amazon.
But you should be able to buy a package like just for your team.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
You should.
That was part of the lawsuit, remember? And they lost it. And now they're actually, didn't they take it to the Supreme Court? They're trying to right now?
I don't know.
I remember we were at Dispo when we got the news they lost it. And they said, damn right, we're going to fight that shit back. Charles McClain, mailbag.
Shout out. John McClain.
As a coach at NAIA. What's that? What is that?
National Aviation Institute of Arts.
University.
I'm a fan of the flying arts.
This is a bunch of pictures of birds.
I watched the Lions on tape. What can they do to get the formation calls and audible calls heard by offensive linemen, as that seemed to be what the problem was? It's something they got to work on. And I think listening to Taylor Decker yesterday is like they all got to do a better job of doing that.
Mhm.
It's not just one guy's job. If you want to win a football game, it's a team effort. And a lot of that, honestly, is on Graham. Graham is a guy calling the protections. And
I think it's on
beyond
Johnny
Graham,
Morton.
beyond Graham, Jared Goff.
I think it's on Johnny Morton.
One of the biggest criticisms of you heading into Detroit is that you don't call your own protections. Now you see a situation with Ben Johnson gone, yeah, you didn't do that, and you fucking the whole entire team failed partly because of it.
I don't know if he didn't do it. I think he did it. It was just misheard. And
If I'm blaming the coach, I'm blaming Hank.
I think that's on who's designing the calls. They need to make sure everyone is on the same page with what the calls mean.
Yeah.
Because if 3 guys get it and 2 guys don't, they heard it.
But the other thing is we don't know what it was specifically to even say that, though.
I assume it's because they misinterpreted what the call was, and they thought it was a different play. So they need to make sure everybody's on pace with, or is on page with what the calls are.
And isn't that on Hank if you're doing it the coaching staff? Like,
I think it's on.
It's your room. Get your room together.
I think it ultimately falls
Hank
on Johnny
Fraley is Johnny Morton's responsibility.
Yeah. Got on
It's
his
like
ass, Johnny Mo.
you don't blame the sous chef, you blame the chef.
You think Hank went up to Johnny Mo and said, "You fucked up these calls"?
Yeah, you don't blame the line cook, you
That's
blame
why
the
he's-
manager.
And the press are like, "Can we please not talk about this? Can we play that? Can you play the second Johnny Mo clip?"
Yes, I can.
Let's go to break, come back to it.
Okay.
Tell us about Ven Johnson, Nick.
If you need a fighter, you guys know who's gonna fight for you. It's Ben Johnson. Justice. It just means different things to different people. But whether it's a settlement or a verdict, justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, contact the fighters at Ben Johnson Law today and get the justice you deserve. Tough, tenacious trial lawyers. Ben Johnson Law.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Bar looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
It's electric.
It's the Great American EV Sale at Feldman Chevrolet. With over 800 EVs on the ground, it's the largest selection in the state. Drive home a 2025 Equinox EVLT for just $159 a month, or a 2025 Blazer EVLT for only $179 a month. But hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit disappears September 30th. The countdown is on. The Great American EV Sale is here, only at Feldman Chevrolet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Gold Crown, ladies and gentlemen, they've been around since the caregiver days. That's why you can find them over 300 different dispensaries. They're known for the concentrates, been holding down that game for a long time, but now they've expanded to their jesters, their infused pre-rolls, and their infused gummies, Crown Jewels. Check them out now. They're gelatin-free and coated in the nerds for the extra pop. Find them at a dispensary near you. Smoke like royalty, only with Gold Crown.
Check it out.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Ringside Live, WoodwardSports.com. Me, Joe, my spin more reaction on Grid, Niggly, call up. We got Jeffrey Walker in the building. Jeff on the ones and twos and tees.
Shout out, Jeff.
Do we have him play a video for practice?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
The
Jeff,
Johnny
would you
Morton
like
one?
To play the Johnny Morton clip that you grabbed yourself.
Nice. To start off, the last game. The best thing about that is it's the first game of the season. Nobody's in panic mode. You know what I mean? So the players have been awesome, great attitudes. We had great preparation, just like we did last week. The bottom line is just about execution and the details of everything. And then, taking some, a little bit less so guys are playing a little bit faster so everybody knows exactly what to do. But I'm encouraged. There were some encouraging things in the game, obviously. And then we move on. That's what we've done. Great attitude by the guys. How do we fix this? Because we're in the fix-it business as coaches. So Dan's been awesome. Players have been awesome. We had a good practice yesterday, and we're moving on.
This team is so talented that you can make it basic.
These guys are pissed
still
off.
Work. It can still work. Like they're that good.
Yeah.
On paper-wise, like talent-wise. Like, it's the same thing when Jahmyr Gibbs leaked the calls last year. And Dan was like, honestly, don't matter the fucking calls. We got to execute them. So as long as you're, simplify the playbook if you have to. But as John said, Jahmyr Gibbs, home run hitter. Jameson Williams, home run hitter. We know what Amon-Ra St. Brown is. We know what Sam Laporta is. Like, dial it back a little bit and just execute. And then build from there. That's where I'm at with it.
These guys are pissed off, man.
These guys.
You could tell he's pissed off because they're so
Nice.
good. They have so many good players. They have so many weapons on both sides of the ball. There's no excuse for the way that they played that first week. They're not giving excuses. They know they're going to go out there, they're going to play harder, and they're going to take care of business. It's, again, I don't want to brush it aside because it is a mental error. It is mental lapses. It looked really bad.
Yeah.
But those are things that you can fix pretty easily once you acknowledge what they are and attack them, and that's what they've been doing all week.
Yeah. Yeah, Michigander 1212 actually says there were some good things. When and where? Offensively?
I did not see
Maybe
really
Laporte.
anything. Yeah, Laporta. That's it.
And
Tesla's catch.
Yeah, Tesla's catch. And Dan said he's going to get more involved too. The reason why he wasn't as involved in this week's or last week's game plan is he missed some time with the illness.
Had a little tummy wumble.
Had a little tummy wumble. Kept them out. But obviously once he got in, he was literally in bounds.
How do you feel about it, Jeff?
First catch, that's nuts.
Yeah, so I feel about it like, you come into a game where, where everyone's expecting you to, play well, and you get, absolutely destroyed, especially at the line of attack. For them going forward, he said that, they're fix it. That's what they do in the coach's business. Well, now it's time to do that. It's time to fix it now, not 3 weeks from now. You don't have that much time after, especially losing that first game in division as well.
Facts. You don't have the schedule to throw away a couple weeks. You don't. This division is tough. You're playing a tough schedule. You're going to have to scratch out all these wins. You cannot lose to the Bears. And they're not going to lose to the Bears.
I can't lose. I would not be able to take a loss to the Bears, to be honest with you. I'd be crashing out. Like you guys, if you guys, by the way, I don't understand why people think I thought I was crashing out Monday. I was not.
Monday.
I was crashing out the people that were like, it's so funny. It's one of those things you keep saying constantly. Now I just say Monday. But anyway, I was crashing the people.
That's probably what
fucking,
happens to everybody.
Yeah, honestly. That's true.
They hear their uncle or something say it.
Monday.
Yeah.
Either way, I was crashing out the people talking about fucking positive. There's no positive. You hear these coaches talk today? J.D. Campbell talk yesterday?
Not happy.
Not fucking happy. And you shouldn't be.
Should not be.
You should not be. I was crashing out the people bitching for positive stuff. Now, this week, if they lose again to the Bears, the guy who has been correctly credited, by the way, for the offense. I'm going to come out and say it. It was him.
Yep.
I don't think that game looks like that with Ben Johnson, being quite frank with you.
No.
I really don't.
Or Frank, being quite frank with you.
Nice. If he comes into town and whoops your ass, that's a bad fucking sign.
Yeah.
Because not only did it just happen, he's going to be there year after year, twice a year, while you're still fumbling, stumbling, looking for what your next answer is going to be.
It's facts. It's facts. They got to take care of business, and we're going to take care of business tonight. Right now. We're done. We're done. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Appreciate you smashing the like button. You almost got there. I know you wanted to call in. I know you did, but
obviously,
no excuses. If they wanted to fucking call in, they would have smashed the like button. If you wanted to call in, you should have liked the stream. For Eazy, for Nick, for Jeff, for Chris, I am Spencer. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.